Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, welcoming you into part 2 of our Series 1 celebration opening. So these are the quote-unquote nicer boxes, not as crushed and such as the other, although, you know, maybe the same. So we're going to do a bit of a comparison to our previous video opening where we got some nice ones, a couple of highlights, Kim, Harrison, a couple of golds, a Hayes to 150, and for me this was maybe the highlight, the Mountcastle Orioles variation. Parallel. But with that said, let's dive in, since we know that these are going to take a while. And I'll try to get you out of here in less than half an hour. That's going to be the goal. But if you didn't check out that first video, I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Inserts are awesome. But as I said in that video, overall, the markup price makes it not worth it. I wouldn't pay the 65 to 70 bucks. If you can find them on the shelf for 50 bucks, absolutely go for it. Because I like them better than the standard Mega Box, Monster Box, whatever you want to call it. Let's go chasing after some of these sweet Mascot Autograph Dynasty Patch, whatever the world they're calling them. Well, we'll try to be a little more economical. Once we get something it's worth pausing for. Volpe on the confetti. We'll take that one. Not bad. I mean, not a Yankee fan, but that's a good one. There's my O's mascot. Loving it. Ooh, Jackson Jobe, 8-bit baller. So he has a card in this set. There we go. He's going to be one of the bigger ones to chase after in Series 2, most likely. I believe he also has a card in Heritage. But nice, got himself an insert in here. But as we saw in the previous video, we can seem to reasonably expect a gold card per box. Have to see if that changes. Acuna on the power players, and Game Day Drip, also Acuna. So it's an Acuna pack. Mackenzie Gore having himself a nice year so far. Definitely living up to the ace potential that a lot of guys saw in him when he came into the league, and I think it was 22. Orioles. Freddie Freeman. Is it Paredes? Bernie Brewer. 8-bit baller. Brooks Lee. As you can see, you get pretty much in the range of 2 inserts per pack. The new inserts. Every now and again, they're another James Wood. All right. Every now and again, they toss you in an extra one of the original inserts or something like that. Like, there you go. Call to the Hall. Pujols. Power Players Goldschmidt. And Game Day Drip Chisholm. And, of course, you get the Stars of MLB. Cody Bellinger. Hopefully Series 2 will have some more updated uniforms. I was kind of surprised with some of these guys not having their updated uniforms for Series 1. Some of these guys have been with their new teams, you would think, long enough to have some pictures out there, but 3 cards turned over. Nothing numbered, doesn't look like. So there's the confetti. We got a rainbow and a pink. Jeez. Swinging Friar. I mean, maybe that's another reason that these are going for the prices that they are. The fact that you have shots at parallels of all the top rookies and vets. And at seemingly better odds. But once again, like a lot of people have been pointing out, there is a very large influx of unnumbered parallels, and what some are beginning to term junk parallels, or in other words, just way too many parallels, and if they're not numbered, you know, are they really going to be worth anything, or are they just junk? Schwarber and Ellie, a lot of guys in cowboy stuff. But it's an interesting observation, you know, because there definitely has been a significant increase in the number of parallels, even just within the last few years. You know, obviously we had, you know, the COVID years and stuff when things really started taking off. And then ever since then, there's just been, I would say, even more parallels than, ooh, a nice Lindor on the confetti. But, and Mr. Met. And my man Gunner. But I don't know. I think it all depends on how you look at it, right? Once again, if you're looking at it from a value standpoint, sure, there's definitely going to be some parallels that may be labeled junk and, you know, not worth all that much. But I still look at it this way. Like, even if there's tons and tons of parallels, it's still better to have a parallel of any card, value-wise, than the base card. Because it's always going to be printed less than the base. I mean, it's just a fact. Power players, Vladdy. So, and Judge. I don't know. That's just my 2 thoughts on it. I could be completely wrong, but that's my thoughts on what's going on. And then, of course, you have everybody worrying about the tariffs, right? So the good news is, from what I know, a lot of this is printed in the United States, so that shouldn't be a big deal. The only thing that may be an issue and may cause some changes would be James Wood game day drip rookie. Interesting rookie card. And the only thing that might change that would be like if they import, say, the paper or anything that's used in the making of the cards, right? Or maybe even the packs. Maybe the material to make the packs is imported or something like that. That would definitely be a cause for increase in prices with what's going on in the market right now. But nobody can really tell you. I think it's a fair bet that everything is going to go up just like everything else, at least a little bit. I think the question then becomes, will it ever come back down, or will that become the brand new price, right? Which kind of always seems to be the way. I mean, you can look at something as simple as video games, right? And I know they're a bit different because pretty much all of them are manufactured overseas, but just look at how they've crept over the years. You know, they consistently say that, oh, well, this costs more and this costs more, as a, you know, and then it goes from 50 to 60 to 70 to $80 for you know, just a standard game. And it's just the way of the world, unfortunately. So we'll just have to see what happens, I think, is what it comes down to. I mean, I would hope that less folks are priced out of the market. That's definitely not good for business. But, I mean, with Fanatics making money hand over fist anyways, are they really going to care all that much if a certain section or subsection of people drop out? It's probably not going to hit them in their wallets all that much, if you ask me. But don't mean to turn this into a TED Talk. Just thought I'd touch on something that's becoming a bit more prevalent in the space. And while we open cards is the best time to have those kind of discussions. So just about done with the first box. This one will hopefully clock in at just over 10 minutes. So we've gotten significantly quicker from the first video. Abdul Amador, or Del Amador, Jordan Alvarez, Game Day Drip J-Rod, and Chapman, Gossman. 3 packs to go, and we'll get into the second and final box, and then we will make our decision on exactly what's better here. You go for the better looking boxes, you go for the crushed boxes. Ooh, Future Stars PCA. That's nice. Pirate Parrot. And Aaron Judge on the 8-bit ballers. I think that's the first time we've seen that one. And it's a Judge pack, so we finished the final one there with 3 different Judge cards. But we haven't hit a gold yet. We've hit nothing numbered in this box. Peculiar. A bit peculiar compared to what we saw in the first video. But still some time to go. Butler and Steer. We got Paws, Bryce Harper, Witt, and the Astros. And the next box is definitely going to have to do some damage if this stays the way. Schwellenbach, Trout. Wonder if any of the inserts can be numbered as well. I'm not so sure about that. But all right, so nothing numbered. Plenty of parallels as we saw in the last one. Plenty of the new inserts. But other than that, nothing, I'd say nothing that really competes with the first couple of boxes. So let's head into this one as we just throw it all over the place. See if we can get ourselves an auto or something like that to really change the tide here in the favor of the beautiful boxes. Maybe let's term it. DeCenzo, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts. A couple of Dodgers, Mayo, and a Rosarena. So right around a little over 11 minutes, I guess, for the first box. Not bad. Maybe we can get you out of here in, say, 20 minutes for this guy. Connor Norby. Not a bad rookie. Mrs. Met. Luis Angel Acuna. There we go. Another nice one. That'll likely get a rookie in the next, in Series 2. Not sure about his heritage status. I'm sure I'll bring you heritage at some point. It's not near the top of my list. As much fun as Heritage High Number was, this looks more like a standard Heritage, more of a standard Heritage release. So as much as I like to build sets and things like that, as I've said before, my obsessive compulsive disorder just kicks it into high gear when it comes to Heritage, because that whole building the set without the short prints, like, to me, that's not a set. Like, you have to have all those cards. A Rosarena on the gold. So we do get a numbered card, 113. Put that guy off to the side. Oh, Paul Skeens confetti. Bring it. Very nice. That probably equals or passes the Ohtani from the first set of boxes. Depending on your opinion, of course. But nice pack there. On to the next. Connor Norby, Matt Olson, Bobby Witt, moving right along. There we go. Got Marte. There's an Ellie Future Stars. Got a bright future for sure. Ellie does. Got ourselves an Andrew Abbott. A's mascot. Dylan Cruz on the 8-bit ballers. So maybe that's another selling point, the fact that some of these rookies have their first, I mean, a lot of people would term it a rookie insert, obviously, as opposed to a rookie card, but for some, it counts the exact same, so, I mean, I'm okay with it. But some people take a hard stance against it and say that it is not a rookie card, it is a rookie insert. Yeah, Heritage is out. I believe Bowman's on the horizon. I forget exactly when that one's due out. Maybe it's out already. Like I said, it takes a while to get here. But we'll definitely bring you some Bowman. I'll probably, I would opt to bring you Bowman before I would bring Heritage for sure, if I had the choice. But we'll see what I can get my hands on. Of course, as you know, Bowman is always a bit more expensive with all the rookie prospectors out there, I should say. And Stanton now on the confetti, not bad. Ernie Brewer, this guy. Brooks Lee on the baller. Schwarber, I believe, is a free agent at the end of the year. Be interesting to see what the Phillies do there. Same with JT Realmuto. Definitely one of the better catchers in the league. Does have his issues staying healthy. So it'll be interesting to see where the Phils go with their money. Got Tatis, Goldschmidt, Chisholm, Kate Povich. Are we going to get any more numbered cards? So right now we are definitely lagging behind 3-1 in that department. Or anything that might turn this around. Yaz and Swanson. Fryer. Lindor. But kind of as I suspected, nothing that really changes my thoughts on whether or not I would purchase this at the marked up price. Which I don't think anything would, to be honest. I mean, even if I ended up pulling one of the mascot patches or something like that, it's I'm sure the odds of doing so are low enough that it's not exactly something that you're just going to want to buy a ton of boxes of looking for. And like I said last time, also hard to tell what kind of value those are going to have, depending on, you know, if that's what you're in it for. As I've said before, I'm a collector, so that stuff doesn't matter to me as much. But for those that are looking to get their money back, perhaps, I'm sure the odds are low enough that it wouldn't be worth the investment. Evan Carter. But interesting, didn't get any of the harder to find inserts either. Dugout peaks, all those inserts. Thought maybe I'd end up grabbing one in the 4 boxes here, but wrong again, it seems, with 2 packs to go. Never know, that could change. Trey Sweeney. Oh, we got a home field advantage, and it's not Kobe Mayo for the first time. As those of you that have watched the channel know, I've pulled 2 of those. This is a Brooks Lee. So another rookie home field advantage, though. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous pull. And just like that, we do have a little bit of a swing here as we get a case hit in the Second to last pack. I believe they're still case hits. It's funny to me, too, that they don't have similar value to Downtowns. I think they're gorgeous. You know, when you look at the detailed backgrounds, like, I think they're really nice looking. But the market doesn't command it, so that's all there is to it. Messing these up for sure. Judge, Power Players, Devers, that might be the first time. And maybe for a Rosarena too. And that'll do it on Dylan Dingler. No better way to end than on a Dylan Dingler. So here we go. So the first two boxes produced these guys. As I said, the difficult to pull team logo parallel, whatever they call it, something like that. Numbered to 150 Hayes, and then 2 golds. Is that better than a gold and a home field advantage? If you ask me, it's pretty close. And as I wreck my entire setup here, it's pretty close. I'm still gonna go with the first boxes though. I think the extra numbered cards is probably the way to go over the home field advantage. But hey, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. Also, if you can head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like while you're there. We put out videos every Monday and Friday, and would absolutely love to have you all along for the ride. We will open that 5th box at some point, maybe in the next video or in the next week's worth of videos. As I said previously, I am on vacation, so I'm trying to film some stuff for you guys to keep you busy while I'm away and hopefully not miss any days. If I do, I apologize sincerely, but we will be back. And with that said, I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I couldn't ask for a better audience. I couldn't ask for just, better people, whether it's at shows, in the comments, views, all that kind of stuff. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I am 1000% thankful for each and every one of you. With that said, I'll get you on out of here. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.